Hi YouTube, welcome back to Wtf Rc Cars. So we have another 9i mod servo in for testing. This is the 35 kilogram version, and I believe this one should be a brushless. Yep, so we got a 35 kilogram brushless servo, IP67 water resistant. So let's bring in for a close-up look and see what we make of this one. So we have the standard type packaging with this one. We've got a whole bag of bits. So in this one we get the nice aluminium servo arm, the clamp style, so it's 25 spline, so quite nice if you just want a servo arm and no servo saver. Then you get the disc type one. I think they're more used in flight or maybe in boats. We get two plastic ones. So you get a nice solid plastic one and a double-sided one. So more for possibly steering on a nitro and throttle. But nice that you get them with them. We've got a whole bunch of the little brass inserts. We've got the little rubberized damping sort of O-rings, if you like. So also in the bag you get the two screws for the clamp mechanism. We get 5 little screws, and I think these are the same ones that can go through the top to hold the actual servo arm on. So you get 5 of them and 4 of the little silver ones. So pretty much everything that you need to run the servo. Then we get the servo itself, and this is a 35 kilogram 180 degree version. So as we come to expect, we've got a decent length servo cable, so probably looking about maybe nearly 30 centimeters on that. So that's 150 mil, possibly around 27-28 centimeters, but certainly long enough for most RCs. Again, we've got the really nice made case, all aluminium, full metal gears. Part number on this one is BLS-HV, so it's high voltage servo, 35 and then MG for metal gears. It is a digital servo, IP67 waterproof or water resistant. And it looks like we've got a web address of www.oomodel.com. Not what I've had a look at, but I might look into that. Let's get this one on the torques meter and see if it lives up to us 35 kilograms of torque. I'm guessing that is at 8.4 volt, but let's see how we go. So, it's done my best to get all these in shot. Right, so here we go. This is a 6 volt. So we got an average of 20 kilograms of torque, and we're pulling 5.2 amp peak, look like. So let's jump to 7.2 volt or 7.4. That's what the BEC is set to. So we'll try 7.2 volt. And we've got an average of 30.5, which is getting pretty close to its 35. So let's drop it up to 8.4 volt. Right, so this is 8.4 volt test. and we've got an average of 34.7, which is pretty close to the 35. The first probably 3 or 4 was over 35, so an average is not bad. And you're running up to about 7 amp power draw. Now there's not an awful lot of heat build-up in it, which is a good sign. So, just for completeness, let's have a look, see which size X drive we're going to need for this. So that is a 1.5mm. So we'll just power off. Don't want to be risking shorting out as servo. So we have got the tiny rubber O-rings as seals, and these, like we've seen on a few of these servos now, are the shorter design screws, not the ones that go all the way through. And just taking this off, we have got some rubber sealant on it. We do have a tiny little O-ring. We do have the brushless controller. So yep, it's definitely brushless. There's definitely an attempt to keep it water resistant, and to be honest, these 9i mod servos, I have got a good number of these now that I've been running in the Tamiya class cars, touring cars on road, racing, and if anybody's raced indoor tracks, they can get quite a hard life. The barrier around the track is sort of solid plastic piping, so it does grab the wheels really hard when they hit. And although we try to minimize the contact, it kind of just happens. So we'll quickly get the servo off the test rig. Let's see if we can just drop the top off this. And again, we got the longer screws, but we've again got O-rings on these to aid with keeping the moisture out. I've certainly had a lot of success with the 25 kilogram servo. So if we pop this top off, very strong looking gears. Do see a proper bearing. We've got another rubber seal around the top as well, plenty of grease on there, and they do look nice and easy to replace. We have also got a, let's just make sure, I think it's a little rubber O-ring. Yeah, it looks like we've got a rubber seal around the top as well. So nice to see, pretty easy to get into these servos. And both the waterproofing and the build quality is continued through into the gears and the head of the servo. And we've got some nice bearings. There is also the little shim on the top, which is a nice touch, because the more you can limit any unwanted movement in gears, the higher the chance that the gears aren't going to accidentally get stripped. So if I quickly power this up for you and give you some idea of the actual speed that this will function at. So if we look, so at the 8.4 volt, nice and quick. Drop it down to 7.4. It's still going to be a pretty quick servo. And as I run these on a lot of the 1060 ESCs at 6 volt, you can see you've still got quite good servo action. And they're pretty quiet. But there you have it. Another 9i mod servo reviewed. And to be totally honest, I have no issues whatsoever recommending these things. I've not had one fail so far. So let's wrap this one up. So there we have the BLS-HV35MG. Metal gears, aluminium case, round about the £30 mark ish. Fully brushless, waterproof, just a cracking servo. The speeds, if you're interested, are 6 volts over 60 degrees is 0.09 and 8.4 is 0.07, so 7.4, 0.08. But yeah, cracking, well made servo, proven reliable so far for me, and I've given these a pretty good beat in the 25 kilogram version and not had any issues. This is the first 35 one I've had. I've tested the few 45s. They all seem to be exactly what they say they are. It is, no doubt in my mind, it's a torture test on that test bench. It's to a dead stop over and over again, and it still averaged 34.7. So the lower part of the test, when it were cool, it was still doing over 35. So yeah, I completely agree with them. It's a 35 kilogram servo at 8.4 volt. Plus the BEC on that test rig, the Hobby Wing one, don't really hit the correct voltage. I've got 2 voltage readers on it and it's showing 8.1 volts. So to get so close to 35, even on an average of 10 pulls after it's already done 20 pulls at the lower voltage as well, cracking servo. So yeah, 99 mod, carry on doing what you're doing. But thanks again for watching WTF RC Cars. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, chat to friends and family, and catch you guys again in the next one.